for joining me today. My name's Jessie. I'm super excited you're here to cook with me as we are making taco lasagna, which is really the best of two fantastic foods combined into one. Let's get started. So first things first, what you want to do is wash your hands using soap and water. Then what you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Awesome. Now we're going to start with the food. Alright, so our next step is going to be to cook our beef, our peppers, and our onions. So first things first, we're going to wash our vegetables. When putting vegetables in your recipe, you want to make sure you wash them thoroughly. And then when you're cutting them, you want to make sure that the knife is pointing down and that it's nice and far from your fingers. So as you move the knife along your vegetable, make sure to pull your fingers back so that they stay safe while cutting. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to start cooking your beef and your vegetables together in a saucepan. So my beef's already in there. I'm putting half a cup of peppers, half a cup of onions. Perfect. So you want your saucepan at medium heat. You're going to give it a little stir while it's cooking, making sure it doesn't dry out or get too oily. If it does end up having too much grease from the beef, you can drain a little bit, and then if it gets dried out, you can add a little bit of water. Once you're ready, you're going to start adding your seasonings in. So you can choose what seasonings you want to add, or you can even use a pack of taco mix, but I like to make my own. For my spices, I use garlic powder, coriander, cumin, chili powder, and paprika. You'll know you're ready for your next step when none of the beef is pink anymore. So once it's a nice brown color, you'll be able to smell it. You know you're ready for your next step. So your next step, you're going to add 1 cup of salsa to your recipe, and you're going to add 1 whole can of black beans. Now when you're adding the black beans, before you put them in, you're going to want to drain them and give them a good rinse before you put them in the recipe. And then once that's all in there, give it a nice stir. And remember, your heat's on low at this point. Alright, so now that our beef mix is done, we're ready to start layering our lasagna. So first things first, you want to grab a pan and you want to grease it. You can either do that with cooking spray or with butter. Then the first layer of our lasagna is going to be 1 tortilla. So you're going to put that in the pan. If you have a big baking pan, you can use more than 1 tortilla to make the base layer. Then you're going to grab some refried beans and you're going to spread that all around, covering the full tortilla. You want it to maybe be about 1/2 inch thick layer of the refried beans. Not super thick, but also not super thin. Once you've got that in place, then you're going to put your beef mix in. So you're going to drop that down on top, just like so. Spread it around. And then my favorite layer is the cheese. Put some cheese on. With your cheese. And you're going to do that whole thing over again. So, a tortilla shell. Boom. Fried beans. Stick that in, spread it around. Then you want your beef mix next up. If I get my refried beans to spread, that is. Doesn't seem to want to. Make sure I get a little bit more in the corners there. Then my beef mix. One more layer, so a 3-layer lasagna here. Once you've got all your layers on, you're going to pop it in the oven. Remember, at 350 degrees, you're going to put it in for 25 to 30 minutes. Can't wait. Alright, so our timer has gone off, so it's time to take it out of the oven. Make sure you wear oven mitts when you're doing this so you don't burn yourself. Looks so good! You're also going to want to wear an oven mitt when you're slicing this, or ask an adult to give you a hand. I've paired my taco lasagna with lettuce and sour cream. Make sure to wash your lettuce. Thanks so much for joining me this week, guys. Please feel free to post any videos or pictures of yourselves making this recipe, or what your final product looked like. I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to see you next time. Take care. Love